2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just going live. Pretty much not sure what I'm doing this stream. Um, just gonna mess around on guitar. Uh, just my mic a bit. Yeah, I just want to do this because just kind of want to try to turn up my gain. Set that up a bit. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, pretty much have no idea what I'm doing. Just kind of going with it. Want to really want to just put myself out there a bit more. Be less nervous. Just want to express myself more. It's a bit frustrating. Want to try and express myself more, but I'm really nervous. So in this in between where I just want to like speak up and speak up, whatever. But I'm just too scared to do it. So doing this right now, just going with it. Hope this is all picking up on my mic okay. Else got this new mic stand. Want to make sure I'm not going to like bump into it or like have it clank around because I'm pretty clumsy. And yeah, I might like bump into it sometimes. I don't know. Super clumsy. I tend to trip over myself like a person with janky hitboxes. Just want to kind of play around on guitar. We got like this really weird setup right now. The way I have it set up is using Amplitude 5 or Amplitude 5 for my effects. There we go, it's picking up. And use the ASIO driver for sound. I have that installed, but doesn't pick up with the effects like the pedals and the amplifier when I'm streaming. It just picks up like a regular, like clean tone, no effects attached to it. Um, and I don't want that. I want the distortion. I want effects picking up. So I have it set to like Windows Audio. And another thing with ASIO, whoops, bumped into the mic. I really hope that didn't like make any jarring sound. But with ASIO, I'm not sure if there's like a fix that I don't know of, but makes like some cracking and popping sounds, but also it's not going to pick up through OBS. So I have to use Windows Audio, and the only issue with that is there's a bit of a delay when I play like, and I can really tell if I just like do this on my guitar. It's like a 0.2 second delay or something. So I have this thing where I just have my headphones down, so it's a bit more like just an echo effect. Like I can still hear it a bit, but I'm mostly focusing on like the sound coming from my guitar when I play. So that's my setup. Bit strange, but that's how it goes. It's just like a basic lick I've been playing around with. Just yeah, just like a small thing I've been playing around with that might use for some music later, or just use it for something. It's just fun to play around with that. Let's see, I can play some like AC/DC. Uh, a lot of that AC/DC stuff is pretty simple, but it's a lot of fun to play. Just like Riff Raff, that's one of my favorite riffs by them. So yeah, pretty basic, but a lot of fun to play. Sounds cool. Um, yeah, AC/DC is pretty cool. Really like that 70s rock sound. Each decade seems to have like its own sound to it. Um, it's interesting how the sound of music really evolves over time. You could really pin down a certain sound to a certain decade or certain time period. Kind of funny. I don't remember where like I read it, but I read someone say online that like the 90s didn't really end until like 2005, and kind of it makes me think that um I feel like music and art in general, um relative to like the time period, how do I explain this? Um just being in the time period and like I guess being aware of like a new decade, like from the 90s turning over to the 2000s, like being aware of it just like kind of changes their mindset and influences them in some way because they're conscious about like the time period, and maybe subconsciously they just want to like, I don't know, do something different. Like in the 2000s, I compare it to like the 90s, and it just seems like they like the 2000s were just like really gray looking. If that makes sense. Like look at old like TV commercials and movies during that time period, and everything was grayer. Like electronics were grayer and like rounder, I guess. I don't know. It's like interesting how different time periods have that. Not just with music, video games, movies and such, but everything like has its own aesthetic. Yeah. So I have more of this rockish AC/DC tone, and then I have like this kind of scooped mids metal tone for comparison. Sounds hope it sounds okay. Like I said, kind of got my headphones around my neck, so the delay's not really a problem. But just like, put it up a bit more, just listen in. Like I'm not entirely sure if I'm fumbling or making mistakes with this riff I'm playing. Trying it out. Whoops. God damn it. Yeah, like I said, just a lot of fun to do some AC/DC. Pretty basic, but sounds cool, fun to play, all that. Um, want to know like a really upsetting fact? Um, flammable and inflammable mean the same thing. Way I talk about it and then just like play the riff. Play the riff. It's kind of like those uh, Duke Nukem videos where it's like, I'm not learning the multiplication table. I have a calculator, and my ass is fat. I don't know. So guitar can be pretty fun, but it can also be pretty frustrating at times. When I play around and I'm just like not nailing something and get really down on myself. Um, just like start doubting my skills, like wondering if I'm like really not as good as I think I am. or if I'm being over dramatic and just like cycling between those two extremes. And I feel like there's a lot of balance to be had to be realistic, um, just like not be fully full of yourself, and try to stay grounded in terms of like what your skill level is, but also not beat yourself up and just like be kind to yourself. And yeah, there's a lot of different health aspects to playing guitar, like physical health, just like the risk of carpal tunnel, which I certainly worry about sometimes, especially with constantly being on the computer and playing a lot of video games and playing a lot of guitar. And like tendinitis, tendinitis, and like some sort of repetitive motor movement injury, but also the mental health aspect. Like, hope my mic is picking all this up correctly. But yeah, the mental health aspect, like getting really frustrated and just not being sure if like you're good enough, or just not being conscious of like how good you are or how much you suck. And yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm rambling about, but yeah, there's that. What else is there? So I was driving home from work today, and there was like, I don't know, I just like look around when I'm driving, kind of like analyze the cars around me, their like behavior, their mannerisms, because when a person steps into a car, um, it's kind of like an extension of themselves. Like it overtakes their personality because they're the ones controlling it. They're the ones that make the decisions for its movement, and it's almost like uh, the car itself is expressive. And yeah, there was like, I don't know, it was kind of funny to me. Like it's dumb, but it's funny because there's a car in front of me, and there was like a turn, like a slight turn, not like an actual turn. It was pretty much going straight, but like curving to the right slightly at like a stoplight. And the light just like, it turned green. And because it was like a slight right, they like used their blinker to go straight. Like they were going straight at a slight right. They weren't turning like into anything. They didn't have to do that. They had the right of way and everything. So they were just, and it was, they just like turned their blinker on for 1 second and just gone. And it was like, you don't have to do that, buddy. Like it's just kind of cute. Um, and it was like one of those like really fast blinkers. Like usually a car blinker just like on off, but that this one was like super fast, like, you know. And I think those are like my favorite type of car blinkers because they're just like, it's like they're super excited. Like it's going back to the whole cars being being expressive, having their own personality thing, except it's like embedded into the car because it's the blinker. So yeah, fun. This one's it's been in my left ear the entire time. Center now. What? Wrong one. There we go. Pull my headphones down a bit more. Probably work on trying to actually alternate pick this little riff. I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. Still could use some work. One thing I kind of discovered on my own, sure there's other people who have like utilized it, made use of it, but just like using like a D power chord and just doing like a slight harmonic on the lower E string kind of comes out with this sound I really like. Just like that harmonic gives it like a low bassy tone, so instead of just this, it's that little harmonic on the lower E string. Alright. What else is up with me? Haven't really done anything exciting recently. Just like went shopping, had to get some stuff, had to buy some soap instead of just filling up the almost empty thing with water because I'm too lazy to actually buy some hand soap. Uh, had to buy some more deodorant, and while I was shopping, just like remembering this moment from I was like 10 years old, like way too young to be to like require deodorant, and I just like I took my dad's speed stick and I just rubbed it all over my body because I was like, well, it's deodorant. You like put it on your body so you smell good. So I didn't realize you're just like supposed to put it under your armpits. Like I just rubbed it all over myself and I was just super sticky. Yeah. There are a lot of like weird, dumb stuff I did as a kid, or dumb things I thought as a kid. Uh, One thing I used to literally think that when people got older, they got they got like these wrinkles on their forehead because they're like becoming so smart, like so full of wisdom that like their forehead is about to burst, like their brain is growing so big, leaving indents in their forehead, and it's gonna like explode out of their head, and they like die from old age. That's what dying from old age is like brain expansion, just like exploding. Yeah, brain expansion. Mhm. Yeah, just like one cool thing I can do with this program, I could just record left and right guitar, and I could just like do this right now to harmonize with myself. Like, I record something. Let me see if I don't mess this up. Like, give this a try. Like, yeah, just something fun I like to do when I'm bored. Just like record myself, harmonize with myself. Do it again. That's pretty fun. That. Every now and then, I just like to mess around with settings. I can get like this kind of scooped mid sound, like a Pantera sound. Try to remember, how do I do Cowboys from Hell? Going back to my main setup. Pull my headphones down again so I don't confuse myself. Yep. Stretch a bit. trying to work on sweep picking, still not very good at doing it. Been trying to learn more about it, practice it. Um, and the small thing I learned recently is to like pick down and then immediately hit the next string under it, so I actually know like when I'm making impact. Um, felt like I was gonna say something, I can't remember. But yeah, I've been getting some weird videos in my YouTube recommended lately. Um, one of the videos I've been coming across, usually in your like YouTube recommendations, it's like a vicious cycle where see you just watch one type of video and you just get more of that type of video. Um, and yeah, I've been getting videos of like that meme, Quandale Dingle, and I still have like no idea like what it's about, but it's super funny to me. Like that's my type of sense of humor. Um, like that's all that my humor is. It's just memes. I would be a terrible stand-up comedian because I would not tell like actual jokes. I would just spit out a bunch of memes. Look at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, it doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, memes. That's all. Like there's that saying from like Hideo Kojima that his body is like 80% movies or something like that. Well, my body is 80% memes. Yeah. It's a little trick I kind of figured out. Um, the Mario coin sound. Um, saw like a video a long time ago of this guy um, playing like the Super Mario Brothers overworld theme on violin, and he was like even imitating like the sound effects, like the power up sound, the coin sound, and he was making the coin sound on his violin, and I just figured out like I could use these harmonics to like just imitate that sound. So it's kind of funny. Um, remember taking like guitar lessons and showing it to people. Just be like, hey, watch what I can do. Another thing I have to kind of work on and get better at, just like getting used to alternate picking on different strings, kind of transitioning, not just like trying to force myself to downpick everything. Kind of this what I just played is kind of a song idea I've been working on. Um, just trying to experiment with like different harmonic sounds, like actually have like a really scuffed sort of recording of basically what I'm trying to go for. I can play back. So yeah, like hang on. Different sounds I'm trying to play with, trying to kind of experiment with different harmonies, like a C sharp chord, and then like uh power chord with like the A in it. So kind of have this combination of the A and or sorry, the B and C sharp. Um, just like played around and kind of got that sound, and I just really liked how it sounded. So I kind of incorporated it um, to that sort of idea. Yeah, I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth with myself, trying to um, just like making something around that. So far, I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. Um, what I kind of do with like writing that kind of stuff, first I use the program Famitracker just to like put down like without having to uh, use like a drum machine and record stuff, record guitar, record bass, vocals. Before doing all that, I just like make something basic in Famitracker just so I know that pretty much everything that um pretty much all the music ideas I have like a basic idea of what it's gonna sound like. Just so I know it makes sense like harmonically, melodically, uh just so I know it doesn't like sound weird when I actually try to put it all together, try to record it, compose, and stuff like that. So yeah, probably not a very common way to try to write and record music, but just kind of the method I've come up with. Kind of another little thing I've been playing around with. Maybe I want to use this. Um, kind of write a song around this riff. It's kind of more along the process of me just playing around with different harmonies and different chord shapes, I guess. So yeah. Um like I said, um just get super nervous doing these streams, and yeah, definitely feeling nervous before just like pressing play. But feel a lot more mellow now that I'm just more into it. Like I said, just want to put myself out there a bit more. Just don't want to be scared. Um don't want to be nervous to like put myself out there, because I just want to express myself. I like uh I like playing music. I like drawing. I like expressing myself artistically, even if it's something I'm not very good at. If it's fun, it makes me happy. And if there's someone out there who happens to like it too, it makes me extra happy. So yeah, it's like one small step for me to kind of try to build myself. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, gonna go now. It's actually getting pretty late where I am, and I don't really want to screw up my sleep schedule. Want to really keep my biological clock um, set on a rhythm that actually makes sense. So yeah, gonna head out now. If you're watching this, hope you have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are, whatever is happening. I hope it's all gonna be okay for you. Okay, have a good one. Thank you. Goodbye.